Okay, so today I'm actually making a video or a live stream on just some basic Python for fun. This right here is Microsoft's Visual Studio. It's my favorite IDE, which is just basically what the program that you use to code on. So I think it's best to probably start with a file read program. So to start, you're going to want to add a comment to your code. This comment should help describe what you're going to do. So this program will help the user read a file in the same directory. Okay. So once that's done, for this specific example, we want to read a file in the same directory. So what that means basically is that for this case, the file that we want to read is going to be people.txt, and that's in the same folder as the file that's searching for it, fileread.py. So we don't have to do anything special really. If the file we were looking for, people.txt, was in a different folder than the one that's searching, we'd have to go and copy the path for that file or folder to open it up. But we don't have to do that this time because we're, again, in the same folder. So what we're going to do is we're going to assign a variable to open the file. So let's call this one, because we're opening people.txt, let's call this one people_file. And let's set it equal to the open function. And then from there, let's input the people.txt, and let's set it to read. So what we did here was we made a variable. We set it equal to the function open, which is going to open the file, and then inside the parameters that we're passing it is basically just the information you're giving it to work with. So we're giving it the name of the file, which has to be in quotes because it's a string, which is basically just a combination of characters or words. We gave it the file name, and then we're telling it that we want to read the file. So we could also do W, which is to write into the file. A, which is to append to the file, which is to add a line to the end of the file. Or we could do R+, which is actually read and write to the file. But for right now, we're just going to stick to read. So after that, we're going to want to make sure that we end up closing the file. So we're going to call the close method, which closes the file when we're done with it, so we don't cause any errors in our code. And then we're going to want to print. What are we printing? We're printing the people_file, and then we want to do .readable. So .readable is going to tell us whether or not we've wrote this correctly. So let's see. If we did write this correctly, it's going to return a Boolean value, which is basically just true or false, so just true or false. And so if we did it all correctly, it's going to say true. Well, right now it's going to say false because I don't have read in there, but now it should say true. Okay, so it does say true, and it worked. So for example, if we said write, because we're looking at readable to see if that's right, we're going to get a false statement. So we're going to change it back to true, and then now that it's true, we can actually read from the file. So In order to read, we just use the read function, and then, boom, that is not actually what I want to do. I lied. What we want to do is make it read, but then what we also want to do is go to the file and make sure there's something in it. So let's see, what do we want to put in here? Let's put Jason. Put my name. Let's put another person's name. Another. And one more. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Now that we have those names in there, if we go back, we save it, and then we go back here. And then this should now, again, this is set to read, not readable. We already checked that it's all working. So now we know, okay. Now we got the information from the other file. As you can see, this is what it says. In fact, just for fun, if I wanted to change it, let's say Jason, I don't know, pickle. Okay, so let's say that we go back here and we run the code again. It's gonna say that now. Now, for the sake of things, let's just get rid of that. And yeah, so you can change information in here, and then it'll actually read it in like almost live time, kind of, over here, as long as it's saved. So what else can we do? We could do read line. We call that function, and then if we call that function and do the right syntax, of course. Also, let's add this in here for spacing method. Spacing, which just makes it easier on me to read. Here. So now, well, I guess that tells you what read line does. I was gonna explain it, but okay. So read line just takes the first line from the file and it spits it out. So the good thing about this is, well, first, these actually add, like I was saying before, these add space. They're just like a spacing thing for me. So now there's a space on top and a space on the bottom. But anyway, so if you take this and you just copy and paste it as many times as you do, as you paste it, is as many times as it'll spit out the information from the text file. So if I go like this, it'll spit out the first 3 lines, and if I want the last line, I can do that too. Perfect. Now, there's also another thing we can do. So we've done readable, we've done read line, we can do read lines, and if we call that function, that should put everything into a list. Okay, so a list in Python is basically like an array in every other language. And basically what it does is it takes everything from this file, it puts it into a kind of like just a list, honestly. So the brackets here, they signify that this is a list, and then these quotes signify each string or text. So they're holding text, so that's why they're around each set of words. And then this signifies the ending of a line. So it stands for like new line. So basically, the first line is here, second line is here, third line is here, fourth line is here. It doesn't need another new line because there's nothing after that one. And then what you could do is you could go like this, and that should work. Let's do 1. Okay, so what this does is it allows you to actually call a specific value from the list. So if I go like this, it should only spit out 1. Okay, so I put in 1, and it shot out Daniel Corral. Now, what's interesting here is that obviously we count 1, 2, 3, 4, but in Python and all the other coding languages, it counts 0, 1, 2, 3. So when I put in 1, instead of calling this one, it's going to go 0, 1, and it's going to call this one. So for example, if I want to call this one, I have to do 0, 1, 2. 2 is going to give me this one. So if I put in 2, see, give me that one. Now if I want to get the first one, I can do this. I can do the first one because again it starts at 0. And if I want to try something fun, I could actually do -1, which actually starts from the back. So it starts from the bottom. And then if I do -2, it should continue backwards. Right, okay. And then something else you can do is actually 1 this. No, 1 this. Now if I do that, it should give me everything from 1 until the end of the list. So it skips over 0 because that's technically the first line, and then it goes 1, 2, 3. Now if I want to exclude, like, let's say a certain amount, I can do 1:3, and by running that, what it should do is it starts from again 1, which again is not the beginning, it's the second one because it goes 0, 1. It shows me 1, and then it goes to 2, but it doesn't include 3. So what this does is it includes everything from 1 up until 3, but not including 3. So that's just something fun you can do with that. But I think that's, yes, that is all in terms of arrays, or sorry, lists and file opening. I'm going to leave that there for now, actually, and just leave it as that. So that should spit out, I made a mistake. Oh, I see. That should be like that, and then, okay. I'm gonna leave it like that for now, just so it works. And then I'm gonna also write something else here. So another fun thing to do is to actually ask for a user input. So what I'm gonna do here is outside of the file, because again, this file close is like inside the file. Everything in here is like inside the file. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a variable called number1, create another variable called operator, another one called number2, and with these I'm going to set them equal to float, which basically means that I can use any kind of number. It doesn't have to be a whole number. Input, which picks up input, which picks up user input, and then I'm going to ask or state something for the user. Enter a number. Okay, and then that's wrong. No, that's right. And then I should do string, which is a text of words. Yeah, string input, and then enter a operator. Bam. And then finally another float input, enter a number. Okay. And finally, let's add some of these to just add some spacing for me. Okay, that should be good. And then finally, let's add result equals, and then that should be number1 plus, oh, sorry, then I have to do if operator equals plus, then what I want to do is set result, which I haven't set. Let me set here result equals 0. Set result to number1 plus number 2. Whoa. Number 2. And then if operator equals that, and there's a problem with that, it's this. Sorry, like that. That should work, okay? Okay. Now, basically, enter number 2 plus 2. Sorry, I have to put print results. Okay, print results. Okay, and then I can quickly do else if and just basically copy paste this. If it's minus, do minus, and then if divide, do divide, and then if plus, minus, divide, multiply, do multiply. We'll leave it at that for now. And then it should all work. So we have our file open, spit out, close, and then it goes enter number 4, enter an operator, let's do divide, under number 2, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So yeah, that's just the basic stuff that you can do with Python. So here we open files, close files, read from files, got user input, use conditional statements, assign variables, but overall, yeah, just some Python for fun. So I hope you enjoyed.